On the Business Courier front page this week, a special look inside healthcare, starting with a centerpiece on Mike Keating, CEO of Christ Hospital, the second largest hospital in Greater Cincinnati. Before taking the helm at Christ, Keating co-founded a private equity firm, was an investment banker for Fifth Third, and a lawyer, having specialized in mergers and acquisitions with Graydon Head. He says those experiences prepared him for his role at Christ at a time when healthcare reform is reshaping the practice of medicine.
How do we bundle products so that employers can manage healthcare costs on a fixed basis versus a variable basis? And so we're spending much time, working through those deliveries of care.
Keating became CEO of Christ last year after being interim chief for 6 months. He had served on the hospital's board for 21 years and was chairman when Christ bailed out of the Health Alliance in 2008 after a 2-year legal battle. Business Courier reporter Barrett Brunsman interviewed Mike Keating. He joins publisher Jamie Smith with more on Keating and the Courier special section on healthcare. Jamie, Barrett.
Thanks, Allie. Barrett, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
As always, you do a great job of covering healthcare for the Courier, but this week was a stellar job. I mean, a great look at a lot of different stories. Your cover story this week, though, focused on the strategic expansion plan of Christ Hospital. Talk to me a little bit about that plan.
Yeah, Jamie, Mike Keating, the CEO, was very gracious with his time. He spent several hours with me. One of the things that he talked about was how Christ is negotiating deals with large employers such as General Electric, and their employees and dependents will be able to travel to Cincinnati from anywhere in the nation for total hip and knee replacements. And so that's some of the news that we break in this story. And how will they be able to deal with that influx of new people? GE, for example, has about 300,000 employees. Well, there's a $280 million expansion going on in Mount Auburn, the campus of Christ Hospital, and part of that includes putting up a new joint and spine center. This is going to create nearly 90 new patient rooms as well as new operating rooms for the doctors. So a lot going on in the main campus there at Christ. But Keating did acknowledge during I was questioning him, I said, what about expansion? Where else might you go in the region? They're making a big push into northern Kentucky, bought the Drawbridge property
right.
a while back, and they're going to build a center there. Might take a few years. But Keating did acknowledge that they also plan now a medical center in Butler County.
Okay.
That he wouldn't specify exactly where it would go, but my colleague Tom Demouropoulos at the Business Courier did a little bit of digging and found out that someone had assembled several parcels of land, about 46 acres near the intersection of I-75 and Veterans Highway in Liberty Township. And I wouldn't be too surprised if that isn't where the Christ Medical Center ends up going out there.
Well, Butler County has been a hot spot for healthcare of late. Why Butler County? What's going on up there?
Well, it's been a fast-growing population, more than 370,000 people out there. So Christ wants to tap into that, but they're not the only hospital system. Now, Christ is a one-hospital system. They sort of work as a hub with spokes, but some of the other big players, TriHealth, for example, has got a new group health medical office building in Westchester, a multi-million-dollar operation, and also is doing expansion at its Bethesda Butler Hospital in Fort Hamilton. That could total over $40 million in investment alone. And then one of the other big pushes is by Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center. They've got a Liberty Way campus, and right now they have an expansion that's going to be well over $100 million going there. Part of that will be a proton beam therapy center for research and treatment of kids with cancer.
Great. Well, I wish we could talk all morning here. It's a great story, and I know you talked to several CEOs of several of the systems, so viewers need to make sure they read the full paper this week.
Absolutely.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for doing such a great job on the story.
Thank you, Jamie.
Thanks.